On today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys on a home tour of the Weston plan by Shaddock Homes, located in the Homestead community on their 72-foot lots in Rockwall, Texas. This is a 4-bedroom home with 3 full baths, 1 half bath, a 3-car garage, and just over 3,500 square feet, priced over $700,000. The layout includes a formal dining room, 2 bedrooms downstairs, a media room on the first floor. The family room has great symmetry and opens up to a back patio with high ceilings. The primary suite features separate vanities, 2 walk-in closets, and a spacious bath, while upstairs you'll find a large game room. Let's walk through this home and see what the Weston plan has to offer. So that makes sense.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Today we are over here at Rockwall at the Homestead, touring through this Shaddock home on their 72-foot lots. This is the Weston floor plan. It's going to be a 4-bed, 3 full baths, 1 half bath, 3,527 square feet, 3-car garage, and as you can see, it is a 2-story home with a big J-swing garage. So over on the right side, you've got the 2-car with this elevation at the front with some windows looking into the garage, and then on the left side is the 1-car garage, a small porch, not really much else to it. You get this pin code lock entry for these homes, so a bit of a smart home feature. On this Weston plan, you're going to have a formal dining room at the front, go underneath the 2nd story hallway, stairs, and then towards the back of the house is going to be the primary bedroom and the breakfast nook kitchen area. So right as you walk in, I do like how this garage is coming with a door. There are some builders out there, I mean, you wouldn't believe it at some of these price ranges, but some of the builders will build these 1-car garages and they won't put any door to access the property. So you have to actually walk back outside and then walk through the front door. But here on this one, Shaddock's using their brains, so shout out to Shaddock for putting a door for the 1-car garage so you have to walk out. Also within this garage, the sprinkler system is going to be set up with the breaker. So maybe in the other one, the water heater is in, but we'll walk to that here in a second. On the entryway, it does have higher ceilings when you walk in with this chandelier dropping down, but it doesn't really feel that big or that open. This is kind of a narrow entry. It does open up over here because you have this formal dining room space, or you could turn this space potentially into an office. I think I'd rather see this used as an office space only because you get this nice big window looking out towards your front yard. So working from home, having this office space at the front of the house, being able to see outside is a little bit better than being stuck in a bedroom, but they do have this one set up as a formal dining. You got this column in the middle that kind of breaks up this area, but then the ceiling heights drop back down and then they go up towards the great room, and then we'll walk into the kitchen here in a second. For the utility, it is connected with this 2-car garage. They didn't put in a sink. However, they do have it plumbed for a sink. You could put probably another 2 feet of countertop space or 3 feet of countertop space before you get into the washer and the dryer. But over in this corner, you would have the sink there, and then it would still fit kind of an area for a nice little folding counter that you want. And maybe you put a closet rod going across from the wall to the cabinets just to be able to hang some things. I think that's kind of what's missing in here, because it is really convenient to be able to hang things within the utility room. And then within the cabinets, there are 2 shelves. And then here is the 2-car garage. So it does have this tankless water heater and the water shut off on this one. Also has attic access, and then you've got the 2 windows looking out towards the front yard. So this, not that you're gonna care, but the 2-car garage gets some great natural light within it. When you walk out from the utility room, you run into some bathrooms and some bedrooms here. So maybe this is still a good option for a study space. I just like that space over there being a better option for a study office, but they do have the French doors on this one, and then no other closet or storage in here. I think I would have liked to seen that, at least a small linen closet. This could also be a media room. You have that option as well. I think most people are going to use this space as a study though. but it does look like it's set up as a media room because you have pre-wire. So you've got pre-wire speakers here, you've got pre-wired speakers there, they got the hookup for the TV, and they also have it for a projector. But it just doesn't make a lot of sense for this to be a media room because you got a bunch of light coming into here. But you do want a media room, especially at like $700,000 on a 3,500 square foot house. It does have good resale value if you do have a media room. This room is also a little bit smaller. It looks like that room was bigger by just a bit. You do get the 2 windows here, so at least they have that to bring in some natural light. The bedroom has 2 closet rods and then a little built-out, actually 3 closet rods, a couple built-out shelves. So instead of doing 1 closet rod across, like you typically see with, the closet setup with 2 doors like that open, they actually kind of separated out a bit in there. And then they have the hookup for the house. Okay, this doesn't make a lot of sense to put it in this room either. So it'd make more sense to put in the utility room because whoever's staying in this room is gonna have all the electronics and all the equipment set up behind their clothes, which is just not a convenient area to get to. So maybe if you're building this home from scratch, you can change that up, but that's an interesting place to put that. All right, this bathroom is shared out with this media, study, whatever you wanna call it. You got the formal dining, and then you've got this room here that is shared for both the hallway access and also into this bedroom. Great size vanity in here. This is really big, also a really big mirror as well, but this is great space in the vanity. Pretty basic colors picked out on here. It's just missing some hardware maybe on the cabinets. And then out in this hallway, just across from the utility, is going to be a coat closet. So this is in a very convenient spot because you can grab your coats and then you can go straight out through the utility into the 2-car garage. All right, that's the front of the house on the first floor. We're now in the middle of the home. You get this nook area here for a dining table, a very small table, not gonna be as big. Of course, at the front of the house, you're gonna be able to fit an even bigger dining room table there, but maybe you could put something small here. This door is gonna be in the way. This is gonna be the pantry. And if I can find the light, maybe it's on this side. Is there any light in here? All right, so there is, okay, there it is. I thought it was on the inside. Okay, this pantry, nice walk-in. Can definitely take a few steps into it, and then it's got 5 shelves. So I would say that's a medium-sized pantry for 3,500 square feet. Kitchen, very simple. So at least they added, wood grain finish on this island to kind of break things up. But man, is this kitchen really just missing some character with it. It is very simple, very plain. I think hardware would honestly do a lot of justice for this kitchen, but a lot of white going on in here, even with the pendant lights. It looks very simple, and this backsplash is like super, super simple as well. No other real upgrades going around in this kitchen. You get 1 oven. Microwave is in a good spot, easy to access. Fridge would go over to the left side. Not a whole bunch of storage, to be honest with you. I've definitely seen more cabinetry and storage with things. It's not, necessarily completely lacking in my opinion with storage, but you don't get a whole bunch of storage on the island, not a very big island. You do get a good sized pot and pan drawer down below, but other than that, there's not really any cabinets stacking up. I think I would have liked to seen that, especially with the ceiling heights a little bit lower in here. These ceiling heights within the kitchen are like almost 11 foot, and then it bumps back up into higher ceilings in here that look like they go up like 18 feet. They do have some nice windows going around this family room. And you got a high patio as well that's covered, so that still brings in some good natural light there. And then the fireplace feels a bit oversized for this room. Because this feels like very close quarters with how close the kitchen is, where the furniture is going to be. But the fireplace mantle looks huge. So maybe I would go a little bit smaller on the mantle. It does look very big and grand, but it just feels like it kind of overpowers the space. I mean, look how big the fireplace is compared to the kitchen. It looks huge to me. But having the two windows on the left and the right side, be able to do maybe some built outs on the left and the right side too. Really good symmetry in here though. I do appreciate that. Back side of the home, walking out towards the patio. If I can figure this out. There we go. Really high ceilings in the patio. You got that fan that drops down. You got one light out here. They do have it plumbed for gas on that side, which makes kind of the most sense. If you're doing this house build from scratch, that's where I would plumb it to. And then the backyard space is here. Still enough room to fit a pool. And over in this neighborhood, there are going to be some retaining walls. So if you don't want to deal with the retaining wall, you know, just have to kind of walk the lots and just, they do have other ones that are on flat land, but there are a good amount that are on retaining walls. But that being said, this lot does get some great privacy. You just don't get the best privacy from this neighbor on this side, on their patio. But from the neighbor on the back side of the home, they're not going to really be able to see in to your backyard, which is nice. Okay, and then walk in a little bit further, you get to the powder bathroom. This powder bathroom is going to have this vanity. No drawers with it, but a lot of storage in there. Very simple. They just painted it white. And then I wish this would have been hardwood floor. Great size primary bedroom though. Really big windows, good ceiling heights. I think it's also maybe missing some disc lights going around, like 4 disc lights with the fan with the light. I think I would have liked to seen that. That's what I would do, just so you get more lighting in here, especially because this home is facing out towards the south. So the back side of this home is going to be a lot darker, especially when you get into the later afternoon hours. So having more light in this primary bedroom would be better in my opinion. So you're kind of just missing that. So you get one little light with the fan, but 4 disc lights in there is what I would add on this plan, especially if the home is facing out towards the south. Also, I would do hardwood floor. I mean, I don't mind this carpet, but I really like that hardwood floor, and it'd just make it look a little bit more elegant in here. All right, into the bathroom. I think there's great space in this bathroom too. You got the vanities separated from each other, floating tub, frameless shower. And this frameless shower is going to have a niche. It's also going to have another little shelving area with a frosted out glass. And that's the other thing with this plan, is because they added 2 windows, a lot more natural light comes into here. Besides, you usually just have like a window like this, or maybe you get some small vertical ones that are bringing in some natural light. But having these 2 good sized windows in here do bring in some good natural light. Of course, you're gonna have to put some blinds or something with here. I mean, I wouldn't do blinds. I would just, if you're building from scratch, I would just match this glass. Like they did it there, right? You can't even see through that glass. I would do it with this one as well. So you don't have to deal with curtains or blinds that kind of make it more private. But I do like the space between that vanity, this one, set up pretty good. Both people are going to be separated from each other. They're not going to feel like you're on top and kind of getting in each other's way. You got this linen closet with 5 shelves. And then the other thing I love too is you get 2 separate closets. So this one here has a built-out shelf. Then you get some more closet rods over on that side, toilet closets on the right. And then you get this other closet here with some storage under the stairs. What would suck with this plan is if only this was the closet, but since you've got 2 closets here, I think that's great. So whoever's at that vanity, that's their side of the bathroom, and whoever is at this vanity, this is their closet here. And then also with this one, you get a little bit more storage underneath the stairs. So for 2 primary bedroom closets, I think those are a good size as well. I know people are gonna like that because people usually like staying a little bit separate. All right. And then I also like how they did the stairs in hardwood. You got attic space on the left, and then walk up, right up into a game room. You can see how the light's kind of hitting right now into this room. They got this open railing where you can see just down into the living room and a little bit of the hallway into the primary bedroom. And of course, you can see out towards the back patio. And then there's a nook area here. Maybe you can set up some cabinetry and put a TV right there. And to the left of that is going to be a storage closet with 5 shelves. And then at the front of the house is going to be a bedroom with 1 window. And then you've got closet rods on both sides. Across from that bedroom is going to be the next one. And it looks like these 2 bedrooms are going to share this bathroom. So upstairs, well, I guess for this whole plan, besides the primary bedroom, none of the other bedrooms are coming with their own bathroom. The one downstairs kind of comes with its own bathroom because it's connected into the bedroom, but these bedrooms up here don't have a proper connection into the bathroom, so these 2. But I can appreciate that they set up the vanity with 2 sinks with a door that closes off to the shower and the toilet area. However, through this whole house, they've been doing black hardware, black sinks, down in the kitchen. But in here, they did chrome, which just looks very, very cheap, in my opinion. They did black up there, but for some reason in this bathroom, they decided to just do chrome faucet. This one isn't lacking storage, but to keep things organized, I would like to see, like if you're gonna do this plan, this Weston plan, and you're gonna have it set up like this on the bathrooms up or the bathroom upstairs, what I would do is I would take this vanity and maybe make these doors a little bit smaller, or at least just have 1 door, and try to do something with the builder where they can just make the middle here into like 3 or 4 drawers. That's an option, or hopefully that's an option, but that's what I would do because you don't have any drawers here, so you're going to be using a lot of countertop space to have things kind of sitting out at. And outside of that bathroom is another linen closet. So it looks like you get 2 linen closets up here. And then this bedroom does feel a lot bigger than what I think it is. Good ceiling heights in here. They look like they go up like 11 feet. But it's because you get these 2 windows facing out towards the south. A lot of natural light comes in here. So I feel like it makes this bedroom feel bigger than what it actually is. And for this closet, it's gonna have, once again, 3 closet rods. It's just kind of set up a little bit differently, but looks like about the same storage as that other bedroom. So really upstairs is just a couple bedrooms. You get this one game room. And then downstairs, I do like having a media room on the first floor. It's just that media room. You've got a ton of windows. You've got French doors with glass. Doesn't really make the most sense to have that set up as a media room, but I guess that's where they set it up on this floor plan. So that is the Weston plan there. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys have any other questions about buying in Rockwall, or you're looking at new construction here in North Texas, please send me a text or give me a call. I am a licensed agent. Would love to work with you and your family on your home search. Other than that, peace out, y'all, and take it easy as always. Thanks for checking out my channel and watching that video. I got more videos floating around here. If you're in the market to buy or sell real estate in the DFW area, contact me. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Besides that,